We are all about art today. And who do I have with me hiding behind the mask?
Hello, hello.
Hey, we have Cheri Dowd, and we're so lucky to have Cheri. Cheri loves artistic clothing, and so she has brought a lot of her samples to show, and then she's going to talk to us about how she starts a project, how she thinks, show a pattern. She has a pattern that she sells. She actually even has garments here that are for sale. And so Emma will put her contact information in there. So if you're interested, you can contact Cheri. And so, Cheri, thank you for coming.
Yeah, it's a joy.
It's wonderful fun when you come. And Cheri's been with us before, and people are just fascinated with. They love your details in your clothing. In fact, there I'm like on my face on your clothes. You know, I'm because everywhere you look, there's another detail that you've done that's amazing to me. So we're in for a real treat, and I'm gonna Cheri's a teacher. She was early education, and she taught in Michigan. And how long have you been in South Carolina in the Aiken area?
Since 2000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I retired with my full retirement from Michigan, so don't add up the numbers.
Oh. Well, I mean, did you start with jewelry, or were you always making clothes too?
I started with clothing.
Okay.
I did. I started, and at age 12, my mother said she wouldn't make something that I wanted a certain change in, and she wouldn't do it. She said, you have to learn how to do it yourself. And I took a class and started.
Well, that was a good prodding, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but she says,
know.
I don't know how to do that. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. And
she must have known she had a smart cookie on her hands. But I love that because, like, what sends people in a certain direction, I think it's fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I love that.
It is. So today I'd like to talk about the creative process.
All right.
And I, at one time, gave a full day on this.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did I talk through each process that I did, but then we had an afternoon for applying that.
Wow.
So we had a full morning of learning about the way to be more creative, and then they got to try some techniques. So this is going to be the short version.
It is, but it's so interesting, folks. Oh, boy.
I'm going to put my signs out here and hope that I get them in the right place.
Okay.
This says learn to play and play to learn. And I think that's a really, really most important thing. You have to go in with an attitude of doing something that
I'm going to show
playful.
Instagram, and then I'm going to go to the overhead and show. I'm going to interrupt you just for a second because we have an overhead camera for Facebook and YouTube. Our Instagram camera is straight on, and we're not able to go to overhead, but we will. You may want to tune in to either Facebook or YouTube because we're going to be showing a lot of details.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to hold things up too. Okay. And then we're going to go
If Brad just wants to say hooty hoo once again from the bowels of Sam's Club, I need an extraction or a distraction. I meant distraction.
At Sam's. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
I have to go there today too.
So you have to look at it in a playful way. That you have to have a mindset that you're going to just try something. And that is difficult for some people. So they have to learn to face their fears. Put it down there.
All right.
And the thing about doing something creative is failures are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to understand that you have to be ready to have a failure. But then that opens a whole new door because you have a creative opportunity to work through your failure and find a way that will make it work. So
and
it's
I'll
a double-edged sword.
When you are teaching a sewing class, you have a lot of those opportunities, and then when people feel like they have just destroyed something and you turn it around into something that they're proud of.
Yeah, yes. I'm
that.
working on a vest for someone now who started it, and it wasn't what she wanted, and so she handed it over to me, and I'm about finished with it. So it's really, really going to be, I think, nice. Okay, so
let's see what the next step is.
Once you face your fears and you know that there's a possibility of failure, then you need to have some inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So seek inspiration in places where you like to look, maybe catalogs, magazines, stores.
Right.
Yeah, I used to haunt these stores in big cities when my husband would have a trip and I would get to join him. I would go to the department stores and I might have a little notebook with me, a sketchbook or something, and do, everybody has good ideas and you have to be willing to share your good ideas, which is what I like to do. So seek inspiration, find places and people that you can use and people that can help you. And then improve your technical skills. Learn how to do the things that you don't know how to do. It might just be one thing, one day, but it might be a new step for you. So learn how to do something that you haven't done before. And I'm always doing that, even right now. I always try to find something that I haven't done before and give it a try.
I love that.
Yeah. I put new yarn all over my last Chanel jacket. Threaded and couched new yarn because I wanted a green color in there. And I'd never done that before on that. So, yeah. So improve your technical skills. And remember your strengths. So as you're improving your technical skills, exploit your strengths and improve your weaknesses. Take advantage of the things you know how to do and then pick something. Like if you have trouble with bias binding, putting it on as an edge like I did here on this. If you have trouble with that, make an apron and put bias binding all the way around. It's something simple. And then really improve that weakness so you can figure out how to do a curve in and out. And an apron's perfect for that. So, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So,
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah, improve your weaknesses. The other thing I do is I have a creative cluster of people. And they're people that I can talk to, people that can help me work through issues. And also I can help them.
So tell me what ASG is.
American Sewing Guild.
Yeah.
So my creative cluster is my sewing group. So we meet pretty much once a month, and then there are other things that go on in the chapter. But American Sewing Guild is
And
a good
you have active education in your American Sewing
We
Guild.
do. We bring in teachers.
Right.
And we use our own people too.
Right.
So that's where I did the first creative seminar, was for my American Sewing Guild. And I brought in some people from the Quilt Guild too, who heard about it and decided they would like to join it. So we had a good group. And then this is my motto that I had.
Go to the overhead so they can read it at the same time.
It says, imagine, create, and grow. And if you do that, you will find yourself going down different paths. And they're all exciting and they're all interesting. And one path could be a dead end. You do it once and you may not do it again, and that's okay. So
I love that.
So that's the synopsis.
Well, I love that. Yeah.
That's the synopsis, and I've been told by one very creative person that she said, "Why do you try to teach creativity? I don't believe that it's possible for people to learn that." And I said, I disagree with you. I think it's very possible. You just have to go about it in a way, an informed and knowledgeable way. So, one of the things I do in my sewing is
Well, Nancy says the sweater is gorgeous.
Oh, this top, the vest.
Yes.
Oh, this actually is a vest.
Yes.
It looks like it's
It
part
blends
of
in.
Yeah,
the.
it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, this was made quite a while ago, and it didn't fit me, and it had been hanging in the closet. I took it out for this. I thought, well, I want to use that. And I realized that by moving a snap and moving my little closure here, I could wear it again.
Oh, good. Wow.
So-
Well, that was an easy fix, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah,
and I
that's
thought,
great.
I just did it yesterday because
Oh,
I was
my
pulling
goodness.
stuff out. But this is one of the things that I did.
Well, it really, from a distance, it looks like this is the same as this fabric right here.
Yeah. Oh, I had a jacket in the silk and a pair of pants in the silk. And then I used this as a dress underneath it. But it's not a dress anymore. It was too short.
Oh.
I couldn't wear it for teaching because I was uncomfortable in the short skirt. So I cut the sweater here, and I added a bottom piece.
Oh my goodness!
Then I put the silk, this silk.
Right.
I put that on the top of the skirt because it's all covered up, so you can see.
Oh right, it's like a yoke.
Yeah, it's a yoke of the skirt. So
that's smart.
And this was it was an unusual sweater because it was linen and cotton way before I was seeing linen and cotton. So, yeah. And then I added a little cuff here.
Man,
so
that's
hold
cute.
it together.
Okay.
But this is...
I'm going to be looking at... How cute is that? All right.
Okay.
Oh, I see how
it's
you
just
did.
a simple little cuff.
It's not that simple.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looks simple, but it's not that simple.
So for this, I made a drawing before I started.
Turn it around that way, and then I'm going to go to the overhead.
Okay. I made a drawing and put my hands over this part because that shows the suit jacket. And I marked where I thought the pieces of fabric would go to make it do a flow. But once I got started cutting the fabric, it didn't turn out just like this, but I got the flow I wanted, so I was happy. I didn't use as many small pieces as I had on my drawing, but it was a start.
Right.
So I had an idea. I wanted to do this.
Let me hold that up to for Instagram. So this was the start right here. Yeah. The sketch. She sketched it. Yeah.
So I had an idea. I wanted this to be a curve like this, and then I wanted to let the rest of it flow.
Well, when you started, I mean, I don't want to get you off track because you have a goal today, but did you have a basic pattern to lay it out on, and then you make your other lines and that type of thing, right?
Yeah. I generally start with one of my basic patterns, and this was a basic vest pattern.
Right.
It has some lines here. So that, you don't have a big bust start. So it has
so it's got like a princess line over because
here.
There's a section on the side seam where it gives you a shape. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So I kind of covered most of that up, but it's what you do. And this was in a time when it was fairly new to be doing this kind of layered pieces that you would put on, and the only thing I had to use then was a spray adhesive, which was permanent.
Oh.
I chose not to.
Right. Right.
And now you can get the spray adhesive that's not permanent.
That's right.
And so it works really well too.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember, and I was feeling this thing to see if I put anything on there, and I can't feel anything.
So
you could use a double.
Can I peek inside of here for a second? Okay, so you lined it in. Is that a silk or
it's a rayon?
It's a
Vimber.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But now you can get the double-sided, very thin. You have a German double-sided adhesive, and that works really well for this. I didn't have that, but I made it work.
There's so much more available now.
Yeah. So
and all these are all silks, right?
No.
Oh, they're not?
They're mostly cottons.
Oh, they are? They look really like silk.
These are silk, cotton, 50-50.
Okay.
And the others are all what you would generally call a quilting cotton.
Oh, it doesn't look like that at all. Wow.
Don't know.
That's pretty. I don't know. It looks beautiful together.
So what I did with this, as I do now, is I just make a stack of fabrics that I think will go together. Decide which one is going to be the dominant piece. These pieces I'm probably going to do a shirt.
Okay, I'm going to have to go to the overhead so that you can see these.
Okay.
So slide them a little bit more this way, I think.
All right.
I can back it up a little bit too.
So I'm going to do a shirt out of this, I think, and then use these two pieces as partial trims, maybe the yoke.
The colors are so awesome in these.
But that's how I start.
Yeah, okay.
So I started actually with this fabric. And I already had that one.
Right.
And then I found this basic fabric.
This is a Moda fabric right here. This is Moda.
And so that's my stack right now. So it will be probably a spring piece that I make. But it's a lady in waiting.
A lady in waiting. I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I've done some things that have been just one fabric. I didn't bring any of those. But when I have just one fabric and I want to do something creative, I try to find something with very interesting seam ideas. And the one that comes to mind is a silk chiffon dress that I did, very dressy. And I did, it's all bias, and it has seams that are diagonal on the straight grain. And they're little tucks.
Oh, okay.
So they're little tucks. And then I put a godet in each of those, and made kind of an off-shoulder thing here. It was wholly original, because with bias, you know, you can play along.
Right.
And so so that worked really well, and I added beads.
Man.
So you can do creative things with just one fabric.
Right.
But most of the time, when I'm doing something, I use a couple of fabrics at least. And I want to show you. I have this pattern.
Don't worry
Called,
about that. Yeah.
this is called a Too Cute coat, and it uses a lot of fabric. It's one of those where you conserve fabric by using all the pieces. It's cut on a crosswise fold.
So okay, this is on the fold right here, right?
So this only has one seam.
Okay.
So it's really, actually I can't even call it a pattern, because it's really a line drawing on a grid. And you go from the grid, and it gives you the pieces it gives you this neck piece that you cut out, and it gives you the size and everything for the hood.
Is the hood detachable? It looks like it might be detachable.
Yeah, it snaps off.
Right?
Yeah. Mostly when I wear this, though, I want the hood, because this is really like heavy wool, Melton. And this always has a closure. In the this is the first one I did, and I did a pocket closure here. I put two pockets that button together.
Oh my goodness!
And
look at you.
That brings it down to size.
Look
because
at that.
This is really large.
Right.
This is much like a bog coat. I don't know if you've seen those. They're we're often in quilting stores, but it's much like a bog coat. You can do anything with the design.
Yeah.
And so I put pockets that
What a great idea.
button.
Okay. Let's just take a look here. Okay, we're going to flip it around this way and go to the overhead so you can see this.
Vicki says she has several bundles of joy put together for garments and bags waiting on her too.
Yay! That's the way to go. So these button together, and that pulls the coat and takes out some of the fullness.
Yes.
So with this pattern, you either pull it together with a tie or the pockets in front or in back. So those buttons are really, and then you've got a
the
really
pockets are
really big pocket
right
in the seam.
How cool is that, you guys? Look at that. Put your little snack in there for later.
A whole lunch. And so for trimming, I just used one main fabric. I guess I have a couple here, but this was a decorator's silk.
Oh, okay.
So
Rosanna said, "Put the coat on."
Oh.
Heart.
All right, I'm gonna go here so she can put the coat on.
Well.
Oh, that looks nice.
And then
my
button,
tool.
my button closure is I often do a corded and a big button. And then when I want to close it so it isn't so floaty, then I just pull the pockets together and
That
button
looks
it.
amazing on you.
So yeah, it's a good
I love
color.
that. Yeah, it is a good color.
And then I have my pockets underneath the pleat, so my pockets.
Classy lady.
So
And always she
Is
has
that
a.
all attached?
pardon?
This is all attached.
That's all attached.
Yes, it's all couched.
So pretty.
Yeah,
Couched.
couched down.
So how far? It goes all the way around the neck, right? I'm getting fresh here.
Okay.
Okay, folks.
So
Okay,
there's the
turn
hook.
around a little bit more. Look at that. So it swoops around in a little circle and then back down. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful.
Rosanna's is so cozy.
Yes, it does look cozy.
Yeah, and I do enjoy
But
it on
how
cold
neat
days.
is it?
So,
Looks like a snake.
yes,
Are you
and
selling
it-
that one?
It's supposed to be. No, I'm not selling that one. Sorry.
Oh man,
Yeah, and then I dug in my buttons and I thought it was a perfect little button
that's
for it.
neat.
So,
Little, that looks like a big button. to me.
But you gotta have a big button. You know, they used to call them coat buttons,
yeah.
and they were the big buttons. That's amazing on you.
Nancy said that is amazing. She
Yeah.
agrees.
That's,
now
that's
here
wonderful.
Here it is in a shorter form.
Oh my goodness.
And it doesn't have the pockets. It has a tie.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So it has a tie in the back, and I just leave it tied. It could tie in the front,
Right?
and it just pulls it together so it isn't so large.
Yeah.
But this one,
Very. This is pretty.
very similar. This was, again, upholstery fabric. It was a wool. And
Oh, that's a wool. Look at
yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
amazing.
A wool paisley. And
All right,
then,
I'm gonna flip it around towards you, and then turn. We're gonna go to the overhead.
okay, you want to flip it around?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna
So-
back it up a little bit so they can see.
So here's
Look at
my
this.
button and my button loop.
So this is like a cord inside of here, right?
It is, yes, it is.
But then look at
according-
this. This is cut on the bias, right? These
It's
little loops.
Little loops cut on the
Oh,
bias
that's cute.
to match this. I think every bit of the fabric in here I sourced from decorator places.
Wow.
I know I got this in Charlotte,
Uh huh.
and then I just have these decorator samples that they pile up and
Right.
sell for a song.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and on this one, I put a little pleat here, closed it up so this isn't so voluminous.
Mm-hmm.
So I call this Too Cute number 2.
Okay. But you have a
Says
pattern for
she
this.
Yeah.
loves the fabrics, and Diane says late, but here, what a cool wrap.
Yeah. Well, this pattern is for sale, you guys. Cheri Dowd has created this pattern, and it is for sale.
Yes, it's $15, includes shipping, and this is how the design.
Okay.
This is how the design looks on the grid. And then I have another one for the Too Cute because these come down, and on the Too Cute it comes down like this,
Right.
with a seam at the top edge. So, but see how much of the fabric is dominating, and you just use so much of the fabric.
Well, right,
That-
because you're able to get your hood
Hood
out
on
of,
there,
from
out of
under
these-
the arm
yeah.
and the pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you don't really
so-
end up with very much
No,
at the,
no,
at the end,
there's
do you?
very little waste in this pattern, and that's what I was really trying to accomplish.
Right.
Use it.
I love these large pockets. I love these.
Yeah, there's
It's so nice when
giant.
you're wearing a jacket to stick your hands down deep in the pockets.
or put your gloves in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Plenty of room. You won't lose your gloves.
But also it's nice for you to talk about alternative places to find fabric. You don't have to go to a regular fabric store to find beautiful, unique fabrics.
yes.
This is definitely the weight of a garment, but it came from a drapery upholstery place.
upholstery.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
And then this embroidered,
it's an embroidered
beautiful.
silk.
Yes,
yeah.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
What is the pattern called?
Too Cute coat, our jacket.
So the number
Too
two,
cute,
two.
Too Cute. So yeah. So it's very simple, and you can decide if you like it tied in the front or in the back. And this is very drapey fabric, so it worked well to tie it in the back. And then I have a flounce here.
Right.
But it's very boxy, but these boxy are simple patterns. You can just do elaborate things on
Right.
because it's a blank palette. And so that's what I was trying to achieve when I
Well, your
did
color
it.
choices are wonderful to me. I mean, they look beautiful.
they're
loving
of course
that.
they're my colors, of
I-
course.
Well, they're gorgeous. They're really gorgeous.
So this is the same pattern, which I've added I've done a little collar modification, and this is a
Do you mind? I'm gonna hold it up first.
Okay.
So they can get the whole look of it.
Yeah. It's the same pattern. It has the sleeves in cut down, so this is not a big because this is a very lightweight fabric, and,
Right.
and this is a cotton, and this is a wool, and this is a Japanese fabric, one of their very elaborate fabrics, and and back is very simple, and it ties. It looks good if you tie it front or back.
Right.
It's
So
just
is this
such a
some tie? That does
So
it
there's
is
the
pulled
tie.
together a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So it's
Now,
it's-
is this one for sale?
this one's for
This
sale.
is for sale.
It's for things like this I use. This one just has one size,
Mhm.
but the idea is you can tie it as much or as little as you
Right,
right. need, and
Yeah.
you can pull it in.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember how wide it is. It's over 50 inches
Right.
in the hips.
Mhm.
So yeah, you just pull it in. But then I added.
And it's cute because the front is a little bit shorter than the back.
Mhm.
The back is a little longer. You can see like 6 inches, something like that.
Mhm.
Very cute.
Yeah.
So your
So that's-
Japanese fabric, is this a Japanese
This
fabric
is-
also?
this
All
is
of that is
fabric.
Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah. Those.
That's nice.
And it's all one. It's all one fabric.
Oh yeah. But you're able to use the
motifs.
design it. Mhm.
Yeah, I've been
I
able to
love
use
that.
the motifs in it. Yeah. So and here are
Oh, you know
I got
what?
that
Let me get that
plastic
thing
thing.
out of the way.
these are little kimonos, and I actually made these from these three. I made these to sell, and I made them in small medium, which is this
Is
one,
beautiful.
and they're a cotton Swiss
Voile.
wool, Swiss cotton, and this is a Japanese fabric
That's beautiful.
again too.
Look at that design.
So
How beautiful is that?
finding a way. It's got a big butterfly right
Oh,
here,
that's pretty.
you can see.
Yep.
So yeah, and then I trimmed it, and then I did some braiding.
Oh,
I
that's
actually
cute.
made a
You know,
Chinese
flip
button.
that over facing you. We'll go to the overhead so you can see what you did with the button and the.
Yeah,
I'll
it
get
has a
little
Chinese.
You
button.
made that yourself?
closer. Yeah, isn't that great?
So I like to do little augmentations. This one doesn't have a regular ending. It has little knot ties at the end. And then a lot of times,
and guess what? The cutest little beads at the end of these little.
and very
ties.
often on these, most often, I don't have matching sleeves. I trim them differently.
Right.
It's
Same
brighter
thing.
than it's showing on
Oh,
the video.
it's not showing the right color.
It's showing a dark.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is showing dark.
It's,
Huh?
yeah,
It's a
very
beautiful teal color.
teal.
Probably on Instagram you can see it better. It looks like on that camera.
Denise likes it either way. She's
Oh,
beautiful.
Denise. You would
So-
love it.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
beautiful.
gonna get a back up here.
Okay. All right.
And I'll set that one in there. This next one, I'm not going to take it down because it's the same idea. Excuse me. There we go. It's the same idea, but this is an African wax print. And
Yeah, that's
same,
so neat.
yeah. But you can see, just touches on one side, very dominant on the other, and the sleeves are
Oh, they're different.
different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I almost always do that, sleeve different.
Well, the fronts are different too, so it goes with it
Mhm,
because
mhm.
this side has more of that, and then on that sleeve you have more.
Yeah.
It's a good balance,
That's
teacher.
what I'm trying to do. Can I walk that balance
It's
beam?
a good balance.
And then another Japanese fabric here. I better take
Okay.
this
all
one
right.
down.
Yeah.
Another Japanese fabric here, and with a little bit of a Japanese silk
Oh, that's
trim.
cute.
Yeah. This
So
one,
is that a trim or a fabric?
no, it's
Oh, it is a fabric,
it's
right?
a fabric.
Yeah.
But I used it all around the
Oh, I love that.
triangles and down the side, and it has a fabulous button.
Oh yeah, the
big-
button is
Big
wonderful.
night, and this one has painting on it. So I did the painting with
Oh, did you do
oil.
that?
Yes.
Oh, how cool is that? Okay, we're gonna flip it around so they can go up.
Of course she did the
Of course she
paintings,
did
Al.
that. Oh
course
my
she did
goodness!
the
I
bow.
thought that was like in the fabric.
Yeah. Just and it's just
Oh.
on. It's just
Look at
on the
that.
cuffs and the
That
the
looks
band.
so like awesome.
It just is a little shimmer.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Just a little shimmer. It's a oil crayon.
Really.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So do
And
you actually use it like a crayon?
I do. I use it just like a crayon, but I use the stencil. So
Oh,
I had
okay,
a stencil
okay.
here, and I just let the crayon flow through the stencil.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
I like that kind of artwork.
No kidding. It's a tone on tone. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and it has a special little
Oh, look at that.
tassel on
Oh,
the-
of course.
on the back,
Of course.
so-
Let's show that. And tell me if this is for sale. Is that correct?
Mhm.
This is for sale.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 4 jackets
Okay,
that are all
all right.
available.
Did you say a pattern for that one? Those?
No, I used a robe pattern, a simple
Oh.
robe pattern that was just, and I built my patterns off of that robe pattern. So it's just a nothing pattern, but it's what you do with it.
Obviously.
And,
wow.
And because this is such an easy fitting pattern,
Right,
and
right.
people expect it to be easy, I can make it in 2 sizes,
Mm-hmm.
and the small, medium.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who can wear the small or the medium.
Mhm.
She's taller, a little bigger, and the medium large. And I have another friend who's round, and she can wear the medium large.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, I love the oil crayon. That's cute.
So Cheri, for anyone interested in inquiring about purchasing these or your pattern, can they email you?
Yes, that's the simplest way.
Okay.
To just email me, and I don't actually have separate pictures of these, but I can certainly take separate pictures of them, because selling them at my home, people were coming in,
Right,
taking them off the
right.
hanger, putting them on, looking in the mirror, that kind of thing, when I was selling that way. So they're still available.
Multi-talented.
Absolutely.
So now I want to talk a little bit. Those are just trying to use a couple of main colors or fabrics, but I want to talk a little bit about using multiple fabrics. And sometimes my stack gets like this high, especially when I'm using wool. That yeah, when I've done the felting, when I do the wool felting, I have 2 bags that are.
This is where Denise, my friend Denise, is going to be loving this.
I have in my closet, I have 2 bags of fabrics gathered for 2 different vests.
Oh.
And yeah, and they're just because these are so fluffy, and so I have a source
I love this.
for this. Yeah, this is pettable. This is just
it is
it's
pettable.
pettable.
Pettable is a good way to put it. This is beautiful.
and so
I wish we could get the colors just right, in the overhead. But
yeah,
if we put white under here, would it look better?
I don't know.
I do have a tablecloth over here.
We can try it.
I could lay
That
down.
might help.
Oh, I may have moved it.
Well, let's just do this. Here's a beautiful piece of white fabric. Let's do that.
So you can see this is I do this kind of design thinking, do I want it to be angular or do I want it to be flowing? And so,
Does the color, do they look better or not?
I feel like that helped.
That helps.
okay. So when I put the pieces together, I do this piece first because it's the most prominent.
Right?
I do this piece and make it more
Elaborate?
busier.
Uh-huh.
Busier is the word I want.
Okay.
And when I do that, I try to move my color ideas around. And I've got this one down here because it goes with that. And these are put together on the backing. So I have the back side of the backing down and already cut. And then I start cutting my
So your
pieces.
shape, your pattern
My-
pieces are really cut out all the way. Okay.
The backing is already ready for it. This is actually reversible too. But then I begin to lay my pieces out and cut, and I'll cut one piece, and then I'll lay that piece on the next color and cut a piece that goes beside it.
Denise says, what size is it for sale and how much?
I knew
Yeah.
Denise would love
I
this.
want that.
I knew she would love. Denise, you know how to do this kind of stuff. You could do it.
She
This-
commented first.
Yeah, she's first.
This one you put together with a 3-step zigzag. So it's 3 stitches and 3 stitches back and 3 stitches.
Uh-huh.
And you can just push the wool together, and it just wants to blend
they're not
together.
really seen. It's not like you back to back, right?
No, you can see the zigzag right
So
here.
you overlap it.
No,
Oh, you just.
I just
you
push, butt them.
Oh, because they're already felted, so they're not going to go anywhere.
No, and so you just do like that and put your hand and let the machine, and the wools just want to pull together. They want to go together.
Well, I can believe that.
I've done it in poly fleece. No way.
Oh, terrible.
Never again, because they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just go apart. But,
Well, I mean,
so I
don't
think
know
with
how
this
you
one,
would start with a piece. So did you just like start fiddling?
I think I think I started with this piece of green right here, and then I had my stack over there, and then I came back with this kind of purpley blue, and I made it fit here, and then I, had that, and then I probably put this piece in, and I laid it out and cut another piece for this. So it's just like putting a puzzle together.
This hurts me. I'm sorry. Because I think if I took a class and somebody said to do that, I'd be crying. Because I wouldn't be able to do it and make it look. I would need to be able to say, okay, this is what she did, and I would have to copy that again. But were these?
She wants step by step.
But what I'm saying is it's touching my inside.
This doesn't sound good.
No, I think it sounds great. I mean, like it makes me emotional. I love this. I think it's wonderful. But are these all sweaters?
Mm-hmm.
And you felted these sweaters?
Yes, I put them in the washing machine 2 times on hot water, dropped into the dryer, and they just really crunched down. Some more than others. So this is a lighter weight,
right?
So I have to be a little careful putting against this really heavy weight
I can
here.
see that.
Yeah. And also I did some extra stitching on it to be sure that it wouldn't sag.
Right, yep,
so it's got, yeah.
But it looks like it should be, this looks like a leaf or something.
It is.
Okay.
These are supposed to be leaves.
What do you know?
Yeah.
I can't
You got it.
Oh my word, this is wonderful.
And then when I go to the back next, I do try to match.
Oh, right here. I see
on
that.
this
I see
seam.
that.
And this is an actual seam. This is not a zigzag.
Okay.
It's an actual seam. And then the back, I just wanted it to be fairly simple, following the same thing. And so I just brought this on around and put a couple of leaves in here and then filled it in.
So do you knit? Because
I'm
only wondering because you have these beautiful yarns and they're not just ordinary, I would think, right?
I think I twisted that yarn. I think I just twisted
because
it.
The colors are a good blend.
Yeah, and it's stitched down on machine, and then these are all hand stitched, of course. There and
Denise has lots of questions. You already answered one. She said, "Can we see the back? Is it lined?"
Okay, and then from the back, then I come across to the front. And I try to figure out what goes. By that time, I have my front figured. So then what would bring it over from the back to the front, and then let this be a show part down here. Some of them are busier over here than others, but yeah. And then if you want to wear this in the winter, then you turn it over and you have an Australian print for the spring.
Look at that.
So it's just totally reversible.
Oh, that's beautiful. And so, look at your button and loop. Is all of this little...
That's again, I just like to play with that.
Well, so. when you do this, you make a spaghetti and then you run a cord through it, or what do you do?
I actually do the tube. I make the tube.
Right.
That I know is going to be the right size for the cord. And then I put the tube down here. The cord is inside it, so I know it's the right size, but I've got twice the length of cord. And when I turn the tube, then I turn it over the second length of cord. And it can go...
It pulls it.
Then I can pull it through. Yeah. So I've used that a lot.
Well, this looks like a variegated thread.
It's a variegated,
right?
Yeah, it's a variegated yarn.
So is it like hand-dyed variegated?
It was probably, most likely an embroidery thread that was hand-dyed. That would be my guess. I do have a little one little container of those nice little threads.
Yeah.
So, so this one, yeah.
So what about so this, okay, you've got your whole piece laid out so it doesn't have any shoulder seams. Like when you're doing things, there are no shoulder seams in this, on the wool part.
No.
Right, okay.
Actually, no.
So that way you can swing it around
Yeah.
and make it work.
I lay it out flat.
Right.
Start here, go to the back.
Yeah.
Swing it around.
So if
go
it's
to the
all,
back.
I can see if it's all one piece.
Yeah. I just
then
don't
you
have the
could,
side seams sewn.
Right, right.
And then it's all out flat, and then I could just work with the pieces and lay them in.
Yeah, I love everything about it. The colors, the fabric, the design, everything. This is really wonderful.
Diane says inside is as pretty as the outside.
It is. It
Those
is.
Australian fabrics, the Aboriginal fabrics.
Yeah.
Or-
And where do you find those? Are they at quilting stores and that kind of thing?
They have had them at quilting stores. It varies now. I used to be able to get them online from a certain person, and she closed her shop. So I do have a stack of them.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm drawing from, because
Right.
when I find one I want, then I just
Right.
buy it. And thinking about this or other linings that I might do. But yeah, so
Wow.
that one.
What do you think, girls?
I think that's so whimsical and
I
just
love
magical.
it. Yeah.
And I feel like a little embroidered ant on one of those little leaves. Which
Oh.
is so cute.
You're talking about my next wall hanging.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I am doing in the middle. I'm in the middle of a golden ginkgo tree.
Oh.
Where you're standing, it's going to be way up on the wall, way up here, and you're standing under, and then there's part of the trunk, and then a whole bunch of branches. I'm going to have butterflies, and a hummingbird, and ants and bees.
Oh, neat. I
Oh,
can't wait to see
yeah.
that.
Wow.
So,
I know.
yeah.
Is that something that you would be able to bring and show one time?
At some point.
At some
yeah.
point?
Yeah, maybe a year from now.
Okay. Well, we're all going to want to see it, I think,
now, I
right?
should tell you, on things like this, when you run into a problem, the best thing that you can do is get out your camera.
Oh, okay. And
Take a picture and look at it from the picture to see what you need to do to change it. One of my vests, I was having a problem. I took the picture of the back. I knew it was a problem on the back. It was very rectangular pieces of wool. And I realized I had one piece in there that didn't work. But I only could see it in the picture. So I always tell people, if you're having trouble with your design and you think something's wrong, take a photograph.
that's a great suggestion.
Yeah, I've used it.
Wow.
I used it on the ginkgo tree.
Mm-hmm.
I keep taking photographs as I was putting the leaf groupings up,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, there's piled on top of each other, and I used it because I was not sure the shading was right.
Mm-hmm.
So I removed some, and it's very helpful. Very
Well, I
helpful.
was taught like in art and graphics in school and whatever, they would tell you to step back
Mm-hmm.
and look at, because you're like right up there all in it, and you need to step back.
And
then
that's what the
kinda look at
photograph does for you. It makes you step back. So, yeah, something that works very, very well. So I want to show you a piece that
I love it. I
This
love
one-
this stuff.
this is a little vest I made some time
This is good,
ago.
too.
Believe it or not, this is all the same fabric.
All right, we're gonna flip it around.
Oh, I'm
Let's
going
hold,
getting
no,
him.
hold it up first for
Okay.
everybody so we
Yeah,
can
so
see
this
it.
is it's actually a little reversible vest. The other side is very plain with just some trim. But I found a fabric at one point, a cotton, that I just loved. Now I go
All
this
right,
way.
now we'll go to the overhead.
That I just loved, and it was all these different
I can't believe
fabrics
that's all
in
one fabric.
Yeah. So I bought the fabric not knowing what I was going to do with it, but when I decided I wanted to make this little vest as a sample, then I took it out and cut my triangles.
Well, let me ask a question. You didn't over dye any of this, right?
No.
It was already with that same colored grape background to
Yeah.
go with this?
Mhm.
Wow.
No, it was already there, and with all these different, see, these two, no, those two don't even match. These two match. it was amazing fabric, and each piece was probably, each square of the different things was probably,
It looks vintage.
yes, and it's been washed a lot. It's on linen,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
been washed,
But it has a
lot.
real vintage look to
I
it.
feel like that adds to it.
Yeah, well, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you know, look for fabrics that inspire you, because that one for me, I knew I'd use it, and I used it as an over bias on the other side, the same, and you can see how the fabric, when I cut it on the bias, flows from one to the next motif.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I've cut it
Yeah.
on the bias.
Yeah.
And it just flows from one motif to the next motif. And I still have some of that fabric.
Yeah, that's neat. You'll be able to use that.
Yes.
Oh.
So, yeah. So look for, I mean, the fabric itself was the inspiration that I needed.
This outer bias is a batik, isn't it?
It is,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It is. So, yeah, I
Wow.
had fun deciding when to stitch what.
Oh, right.
Because
some are over. It's over and under,
yeah,
over and
it's
under.
over and under, over and under. So I had that was a puzzle. So I had to figure that out. And finally, on the back, I just made it really simple. It was all over. But then I went over and under here a lot. So yeah. So
Yeah, because the tips of the pieces are over and under too.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a wild
Yeah.
piece. So I want to talk about this jacket because this gives me a chance to talk about making placements of the different fabrics. I started with a nice stack of fabrics, and I put my pattern down on the table for the front.
Okay.
And I started up here, and I chose a fabric that, and I cut the size that I thought would work okay. I wanted to keep it fairly large, but not, consistently the same block size. And so my process was to cut one piece and then choose a different piece to go beside it and under it. And I ended up with one place where I had a line, which was really nice, and I made a pocket there.
Oh, that was a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up with a nice pocket on that side only. But this was, again, I made no choices beforehand except for the stack.
So you had your color ideas.
I had the stack there, and I knew I was going to use these fabrics, and I knew I was going to put the butterflies for the reverse side for spring. So this
I
is my
think she
spring
likes
size.
butterflies. Pretty sure she likes
We
butterflies.
got a question. So does the vest, outer shell, and lining get sewn together and turned inside out, or are the arms, front, and neck bound?
Oh.
Okay. On the jacket?
No,
or-
the vest.
vest.
The vest.
The vest is bound, and it's a reversible fabric. It's not two fabrics. This is one fabric.
Does she mean
I'm
the wool?
wondering if it's about
The wool vest?
The wool vest.
Oh.
I
Well,
wonder.
that's
Okay,
bound
that could
also.
be.
That one's
Yeah,
bound.
it's bound all the way. It's
Yep.
all
That's
all binding.
holding
yeah.
it together with binding, it looks like. Yeah.
And that's why I think one of the things, if you're not comfortable with doing binding, you really should look at doing an apron and getting
Practice with
yourself
it.
getting yourself comfortable,
Yeah.
because bindings just add so much.
It does add a lot.
So much potential. So I would have this laid out, and then I would work. Is this the right way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So we go to the overhead.
So I worked one side, as I do on the vest, as I did on the vest.
Right.
I worked this side, and you can see these are pretty good sized pieces.
Right.
And then added in what I needed to get to the side seam, and continued on down. And now that side is done, and now I need to make this side so it's not the same, but has the same fabrics, and move the fabrics so they flow in opposite ways. So I don't have, see, I've got a dark fabric here, but this one drops down, and this one, so they alternate.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got this fabric and this fabric here, and down at the bottom, again, I repeated my nice little hummingbirds, and I just worked it so that I didn't have something that just came out in your face and that's all you saw.
Right.
This, yeah. And then I added the little color strips to it at the end before I sewed. But the one thing I did on this that after I got the front and the back done, I looked at it and I said, that's enough busyness right there. So I made the sleeves match because that way it narrowed my body. You know, it didn't keep expanding.
Right.
And it kind of anchored it. And so you can see they match, and that I
Does it
think
have
that helped.
the same color of binding on that one too?
I doubt it.
Nope.
No, it
Yep,
doesn't have binding.
No, it's got that
Oh,
little
this one.
trim.
No.
That little
No,
yeah.
that's different.
Yeah.
It goes all the way up though. So that was, I thought that was kind of a
That
trick
looks good, right?
Yeah. So I've got a balance of dark and light and fabrics that move. So I've got about three of each fabric in here. And I would put something down on the table and I would look at it and I would then
So to
move
make
around.
us look skinnier, we need to balance the outer edges. Is that what
yeah,
you're
so
saying?
you're not expanding. Yeah. And
That's right.
yeah. And so, you know, the back was a solid piece, which made it a little bit easier because I could see it all at once. But I did keep a center line of the center back for part of it. And again, you can see dark here. Those match. I think I missed getting a match on that one. Oh, it's over there. But I tried to move it around and
Right.
yeah, and
We got another question.
yeah.
Is there a minimum or maximum number of different fabrics that you start with as a rule of thumb?
Yeah, if I'm going to do something like this, I at least have 3, and I will go up to 6, depending on the size of the blocks or the pieces. 6 is, I haven't counted this, but I think 6 is enough. Now, a few years ago, well, more than a few years ago, the jazz jackets were quilted type jackets. And the first time I saw one of those, I was going boo, 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 boo.
Oh, too many.
Because
too many.
too much. There was no place for your eye to rest.
Right.
They were just all busy each time. And so I try to avoid that. But I haven't had, you know, my people in my class, my group, really thought this came out well. They liked it a lot.
Right.
So I thought, well, I achieved my purpose then. I wanted a lot, but I didn't want it to be overwhelming.
Have you taught this jacket in any of your classes?
No.
Would that be hard to get people to? I mean, it would be hard to get them to bring their own fabrics, and then that would be a process, wouldn't it? That would be a process.
Sometimes people bring things to the group when we're doing things, and you know, we talk about what would work and what
Right.
might not work. So yeah, so
I love the hummingbirds.
yes, and that again, that's a Dutch wax print. So that one was made in the Netherlands, and the other one that was the wax print was made in Africa.
Right.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So the only thing I did on this side was just to make the checkerboard, a big wide checkerboard on it.
Oh, to quilt it? Just to sew it down?
No, for the edge.
Oh, the edge.
So that
Okay,
doesn't
I
show
see.
on this side.
No,
I was
it
just
doesn't. Okay.
see.
Right.
I just did a big checkerboard,
Right.
and here's
Okay.
my pocket. It's got double pockets here, and then I made a great big yoke on the back of it
Right.
to bring that
Yeah.
all out. And then the final step was to do some stitching so that things wouldn't sag and bag. That can be a problem with reversibles.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I've got
Yeah.
stitching like along the bottom here, and then up maybe 12 inches. I've got another row, and then I've got some running down, but they're widely spaced.
So when you plan this out, how do you plan it out back here or on the other side? Do you
When I
pay-
put this,
No, when you put your big stitching down, do you look at You think, okay, I'm just going to come back
I
here and I'm
think
going
I
to, or
think
do you do it with the other side
I
in
think
mind?
I looked at the other side, but I didn't try to do a
You didn't
stitch
try
in
to
the
stay,
ditch or
okay,
anything.
yeah, that's what I
It
wondered.
was just the spacing that I
Yeah.
wanted, so that it wouldn't drag.
Right.
So yeah, so and then I've got, you know, the same little trim things here that I like to do. This is a braided one with dangle things, and
I love it with the, I know, but I love it with the beads on it. It's so cute.
oh, you gotta have the beads.
Yeah. The beads
have
and the
the
buttons.
beads.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the button.
And that's
How
why
neat is that
that's why
button?
I make my stack. When I really get my stack made, I have choices for buttons and choices for beads, and then after I got this much established, then I went back into my stash and pulled out these little strips that are
Oh, like
the,
here.
the little
Yeah.
they're just flanges,
That's so
so they're
cute.
just sewn in the seam.
Well, what I like, the one right, I thought she stitched on here a little stitch like a blanket stitch, but that's a print.
It's a print.
How
yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah, I had that in 2 or 3
Yeah,
places.
yeah, that was
it
neat.
does look like stitching.
Yeah.
So, and you can
Wow.
see these are biased because I've got the bias stripe there.
And then you have it in here, and then you've got your
I've got my
checkerboard from the
checkerboard in
inside
there.
on the outside little.
Yeah. So
That's
that
cute.
gives you a way to think about starting something like this, because if it's overwhelming, and it can be, then start with something small and maybe just do what I did here on the vest,
Right. Just
and
the front.
just do a little bit on one piece and get the feel for it
Right.
before you jump into something this complicated. But I do want to show you this.
Yeah, this is cute. Okay, I'm going to go to the overhead so you can see it.
All right, this is my cuff, and on this side it is but these hummingbirds on both sleeves, and in the seam I left a hole.
Oh, okay.
In the seam where it comes together, there's a hole, and here's the checkerboard for the other side, and there's a button on the other side too. So I just fold it up and button the sleeve up, and I've got a cuff matching both sides,
That's cute.
one side and one side. So those little things.
And
Or
we've
just
got
fun.
a couple more questions.
Uh-huh.
So, do you try to keep the weight of the fabrics and the fiber content similar in each project?
I do. The back butterfly fabric is a little bit heavier than the rest, and the rest of them are fairly lightweight cottons. Not thin, but many of them are what would again be called quilting cottons. They weren't all purchased that way. They weren't all purchased at a quilt store, but I've for years have been into blacks and tans, and so I have a good supply.
Right.
And then, do you use fusible interfacing for stability?
It depends on what the fabric is. I didn't on this because one, I knew I was going to have this on here that would give it stability, and this is a heavier fabric also. So I didn't on this piece. On other pieces, I would. It just depends on the weight of the fabric and how I'm designing it. So.
I'm trying to
want you to
decide what this
zoom
is.
in.
Okay.
What does it say?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it does? All right. All
Yes,
right.
I ordered this. I couldn't help myself. I ordered this from Germany.
Oh, let's flip it
It
around.
said Denise is in a frenzy.
Oh.
Barbara says, "What is the short black vest hanging up made with?"
Oh,
So you have to get to
that's-
that one next.
Okay, I have to do
Yeah.
that one next. Okay.
I'm going to bring it down so you can see this German fabric.
And
that
I
they-
don't know that it was actually German fabric. I just hadn't
Oh.
seen it.
You ordered it from Germany.
I ordered it from Germany, and it just says so. It's cursive, so, all the way through.
In German.
I wouldn't know.
And I wouldn't know either.
Yeah. So this right here is,
Oh, there it is.
so
Oh,
on the edge.
Yep,
You
yep.
have to read it this
Yep.
way. So
Well, I like it because I like the design of it, even if you couldn't read it.
Yeah.
The design is pretty
so
cute.
let's get the vest.
Okay. Because this one has a story too.
Oh yes. So I started this vest in a class with Louise Cutting at a ASG meeting, and she was talking to us about how to make these appliques more simply. And also she was encouraging us to use a long machine stitch to do the sashiko, which I didn't do. But people were designing as they would go along, and the idea was that you make a template. You make a template of tag board, and then you put the template on the fabric and cut around and to iron it down over the tag board edges. And so I could get very, very good circles that way. So each of these pieces had a tag board piece, and then these are just bias strips. I would love to wear this, but it's very wide on my shoulders. Louise is a very large woman, and her patterns tend to be large. And I was at the conference, and I didn't think about the fact that it was probably a little bit large for me. This is an extra small. The back.
There you go.
Again, it follows through so that my stitching follows through. I changed this down here because it was hanging down. I didn't like that one hanging down. It's very asymmetrical. But again, these were ironed over piece of tag board and then stitched down right on the fabric and other bits and pieces.
Oh, this is a print. That's not. Oh, that's a print too.
Yeah.
That's a print, but not stitch. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got my
Right.
button flap here just for fun, and then again, just pieces of bias, some going under, and
So this bias is raw edged, and this bias has edges turned under.
folded under. Yeah, if I know I'm
But
going to.
this is hand stitching. Yeah.
I didn't use the machine. She was encouraging.
Or we
it.
learned this past week they will call that slow stitching.
They long quilting.
But our teacher from Australia, it's that she I think she really kind of invented the name slow stitching because it slows you down. It makes you serene.
It's very
and
zen.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
that's
Japanese.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. That's right.
Sashiko. So, so I had my fabrics chosen when I went to the seminar, and I worked on it there, and then came home and finished it. But I decided I didn't want it to just be one side. At that point, I hadn't realized how I looked in the mirror with the big sleeve hanging off my edge, and so I used some silk fabrics to do a reverse.
Instagram person says amazing wearable art.
Yeah, it is. Look at how pretty this is.
So I did a little
pretty.
bit of piecing here, and my stitches go all the way through both pieces.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's the same stitch.
Yeah,
So I
all
have
right.
then I got to here. So I carried the stitching over, and then just really use what I thought were some very nice silk.
So the other
peony.
thing I like that you did, because it changes everything, is to run the direction of the silk dupioni in one way, and then up and down here, up and down here, and
Well, it
across.
makes it a little different color.
Yeah, it does. It really, and you can see the texture.
here.
It makes it. It really does show up. I love that.
So I've worn it a few times, but as I say, I feel like
So Cheri
Bozo the clown, I guess.
Cheri said she would have liked it better for her if the shoulders weren't off the shoulder, because that felt too wide. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have wide shoulders anyway. I don't need to look wider.
What?
So
Yeah. She looked pretty tiny to me, right?
So it was a very nice design. Yeah.
So
The
that's one of
design-
Louise Cutting patterns.
It's the
designs.
pattern is hers. The design is all mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Good. And this again is a Louise cutting pattern, and I had to go again with a very, very small size. It is a reversible coat, and I've used several Japanese fabrics for it. It's a simple coat, but it has one seam line. Whoop, there's the string. It has one seam line all the way around, and it allowed me to do some trim and add a pocket here. So the seam line, I don't believe that I don't believe there's a pocket in the coat, in the pattern, but you can see I've just added some really nice, interesting Japanese fabrics. There are probably 4 different ones.
Yeah, these are pretty interesting. You're right.
And yeah, so again,
Wow.
my usual button toggle loopy things that I like to use. And this is the reversible side, and it has 2 pockets. So not any kind of a special fabric,
right.
just a regular purchased batik. So,
Well, what about all these little cuts here?
well, I was trying to do something that would show the other fabric through.
Right.
But I would never do it again because, again, this looks fluffy on your outside edge. I wouldn't do it here. I wouldn't do it here. I would do it.
Oh, and
over
the
here.
body of
Yeah.
it, not in the sleeve.
Yeah, this is cut.
These
These cuts are unbiased. I stitched.
Right.
Yeah, so this is like chenille.
Okay, I'm gonna go back over for you so they can see them
Yeah.
there.
So this is like
Okay,
like you would
right.
do with chenille.
So when you
and-
wash it, it'll poof.
yeah, it would fuzz more.
Uh-huh.
And this is a very lightweight wool.
That's a wool?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. I never would have
It's
guessed that.
Very thin wool, and I wanted the other side to show through, but
Yeah.
I should have done it here.
Right.
Live and learn.
Yeah.
When I put it on, I just felt fluffy. Too fluffy. So, but you know, this is these are very simple ways to trim, and again, I used a lot of bias. So sometimes the bias is covering everything and tucked under, and sometimes it's stitched down on both edges, and so.
Right, because here you've got your seams inside of there, right, or not? Or are they
guess
inside of? Or
there's
maybe your seams are
it's
actually
only-
inside the coat.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
only
Okay, that's just like hanging out.
yeah.
A
This is
flange.
just on,
This is a flange.
yeah, and this is a
Right.
separate piece on
Okay,
top of this
all right.
wool. So these are just laid on top.
This looks like a really lightweight, fine chambray.
Does it? Yeah.
But it's a chambray wool. I mean,
Mhm.
chambray color wool.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So something I'd had in the stash for a long time, and I thought I would work with the Japanese fabrics, and actually friends were teaching a class. They'd taken a whole lot of classes from Louise Cutting, and they were trying to teach the rest of us some of her patterns. And I decided to go my own direction because I hated the one seam pants that they were so big, and that's mostly what they were teaching was the one seam pants. And I said, I'll pay to go, but I'm going to make something Louise Cutting, but it's not going to be one seam pants. Now you might like them a lot now. They're a little more fashionable now, but at that time they were just voluminous. And I said, I don't think so.
And that wasn't what you were wearing.
No. So I have couple more reversibles that show the use of bias. Let's turn this one. I'll show it this way first. So this just didn't look right. When I put the fabrics down, I stitched all the stitching, the sashiko, and I stitched it all, and it didn't please me. This is all raw edge.
Right.
So I
Let me hang on to this while you're talking about that.
pulled out, I thought, what if I put some binding pieces over it and try to define it, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see on this side that, again, the binding pieces give it some definition. So if it doesn't look right the first time, you know, try something. It might be a takeaway, but it could be an addition.
Right.
Yeah. So this is buttons this way, and it purposely has a little rolled edge from the other side here.
Oh, I was thinking that was a piping.
No.
Oh no, that's a rolled
it's
edge.
a
Okay.
I rolled the edge.
Oh, I like that.
This is a silk tie fabric.
Yeah,
from
I
you.
see that. I
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah. So the other side, and again, I did my button trick. I think no, maybe I didn't do my button trick. But these reverse. The cuffs reverse.
Mm-hmm.
But the other side is dressier, and the
Oh, look at that. Right.
sashiko is very prominent, and the other side is the one I love the most. But again, I continued using,
Right.
once I worked with the other side of this, I continued using my bias
Right.
pieces that would help it all blend together.
Ooh, I love your buttons.
I have a hat
I
box full
know.
of
I
buttons.
love the buttons.
But this was a tie fabric, and so these prints were on the fabric this way. I just put I didn't have to cut them. This, you know, it was just a way to use the fabric and make it look like it was
Yeah, that's
it was
right.
cut, but it wasn't. So a couple
Someone
of.
says they wish they had your brain.
I know.
Sometimes it's really scrambled, I'll tell you. I was
Man.
talking to Sally about it and saying, you know, sometimes I think something and it just won't come into my head. I can't say it, and I lose the train on it. But mostly just because I can't remember what it's called. I'm probably the same way with people, but I try to disguise it a lot.
Oh yeah.
I
You
get
don't
by.
need it with designing your garments.
Man, you're right about that, Michelle. My goodness, this is a beauty right here.
Okay, this is made
pretty.
off of the same basic pattern as the vest, the wool vest. So I used that wool vest pattern that I made, and then I added some sleeves to it. And
But look at that. It's just a simple little sleeve.
Well, the sleeve is a whole bugaboo on it because
I can see. My goodness.
yeah, because
Wow.
of the way the fabrics are. So this is again a reversible, but I have a Japanese fabric here. This is a bengaline. I think it's a rayon bengaline, and a silk fabric here, which I also believe is Japanese. Then the other side is a very dark side.
Oh, this
And
is
I
pretty.
did, yeah. I think this may be a linen.
It's got some shine to
It's
it,
got
though.
a little shine in it, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And then this is a Japanese silk.
Wow.
So the very difficult thing on the sleeves was to do what I did here with this seam. Instead of closing it, I put the piece of the silk in the seam line, and it's one color on one side and the other side is a different color, and I wanted to repeat that on the sleeve, but it was
Like
it was a little
that.
bit
Wow.
it was a little bit of a bear to use one piece there
Yeah.
and then get the sleeve put together.
Yeah.
So I had someone who wanted to do the
Wow.
pattern, and I said, I'll share the pattern for the vest, but you need to see if that's going to sell before I work on the directions
Yeah.
for the sleeve. Because they were a real bugaboo. But
Wow, that's beautiful.
but you know, these are simple lines here. Really. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, turn around the right way. But, you know, for a center back,
Right?
yeah, just interesting, but not a lot to look at. Just real simple.
But everything like flows. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So these have again my double buttons for the sleeve. So when I reverse it, then I get the other colors for the sleeve. But the bugaboo, the real hard part, was to get these sleeves put together. And I had to do this part first and then figure out how I could get the rest of it all enclosed.
So this silk is actually lighter on one side than the other, and it's one thickness, right? One thickness.
One thickness here.
Yeah.
It's the same piece of silk, and it's lighter on the other side. So yeah. So just playing along.
Wow.
But I don't think I wrote out the directions when I did the sleeve, and I should have, because it was a good puzzle.
I'm gonna open it up and hold it up so they can see the inside.
So the other side is really very simple, but it takes full advantage of this beautiful Japanese piece.
Wow.
Of silk, kimono silk.
So when you start working on something like this, Cheri, do you have a deadline in mind, or you just think, oh, I want to make this, and then you just work on it until you're done?
Usually that's the case. Occasionally I do have a deadline.
Yeah.
But usually the case is, this is something I want to do. It's worth the time I put into it just because I want to.
Right.
And I think that's the best way to work.
Yeah.
So I've been working on my ginkgo tree for 3 years at least.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah. I have little bitsy leaves that are going to be put on individually. They're all finished on the edges with the machine and cut out very carefully. And, so I have like over 200 of those waiting to go on when I get all the big leaf patches on. So, but it's worth it because it's something, when I built my house, it's something that I said, I'm going to put something up there. It's a curved wall. I'm going to put something up there that really is different. So, yeah. So I will be working on it for a while longer.
So is your husband artistic also?
No, he's a scientist.
Okay.
So talk about contrast.
Right.
But the lovely thing is he knows.
But he appreciates what
He knows
that
I'm doing something I love, and he does appreciate it.
Right.
And so.
That's neat.
And he's, complicit in the.
Oh.
To the degree that, I don't over press my luck on it, but yeah, he's a good mate. He really helps me in all ways, in housework, yard work. He's a cook.
Oh, that's nice.
Too. He
because
cooks
when
most
you said something about, he really liked. Well, it was before we went online, and you talked about the painting, and he said he really liked that, the painting on the silk.
The painting on the silk.
And I thought that was kind of neat that he was.
Yeah, yeah. And I was working on something last night, again for a friend. I'm putting the edge on it, and he said, "Let me see that again. I really like that. It's a dark edge on a light." He said, "I recognize that fabric."
Oh.
It was the fabric I made him a pair of Bermuda shorts out
of.
of.
Oh, that's funny. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
did you tell him you cut up his shorts to put it on?
No. I had a half a yard left, and I did all the binding on this sweater vest with his leftover fabric.
Wow.
He said,
that is great.
He recognized it and was like, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I know that people are going to be contacting you. And remember, Cheri has a pattern, and it is 2 cute coat or jacket. The number 2 cute coat or jacket, designs by Cheri D. And also, she has a purse pattern.
Oh,
We just have to mention, I know we were keeping everybody, but it's the sweetest purse pattern that she has in kits, right? For the
Yes, and I have them in black kits. And this one, I don't think you'll be able to see very well. This is smocking,
I'll go here for
all
just a
the
second.
all the beading, all the yarn. You need to make the tassel, but everything is there. You'll have leftover beads to use for that. There'll be beads that you can use in your smocking. It will tell you how to do that. And it's
called a
beading.
little black bag or a little beaded bag.
So this one goes with my blue jacket that's
Yeah,
hanging back
yeah.
over there. And I also carry it with other things. So it's a little hard to see on this
Yeah.
mottled fabric, but it's a lovely little bag because it will hold a phone and a lot
Right.
of other things
That's right.
for evening stuff. So
So that's great. And she has some garments for sale, which we showed you. So
yeah,
be
so if
sure
you're
and
interested,
contact her. That'd be great.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you're interested, it's been a pleasure.
Now, it has been a pleasure. I've loved it. So this past week, I was watching a group of ladies doing the hand stitching, and it looked like sashiko, sashiko.
Now you'll hear it in the United States pronounced sashiko,
Okay.
but when I listen to a Japanese pronounce it, it's sashiko.
Well, it looks beautiful on the jacket where all the pieces are pulled together. So we have a drawing that is we have Lisa Maddock from the company Forage in Australia that was in South Carolina teaching, has left some these are not fat quarters, they're quarter yard cuts, and these are Moda fabrics. And she had her, I'm going to let you draw.
Oh,
She
okay.
had her market garden, it's called market garden, market garden. But it was the neatest wall hanging where you could make it into a bag. You could do all kinds of things with it. But she wanted to leave these to as a drawing.
Ooh, they feel nice.
Don't they feel good?
Ooh,
Yeah, they
yes,
feel good.
they're
These are
very
current
nice.
Moda fabrics. There are 5 quarter yard pieces in here, and they're all 3 the same. And so we're going to draw three winners today. All right, Cheri.
Okay.
So we asked them a question.
Oh. What was
See if
the
you
question?
know. I didn't know this, but she said, "What is the capital of Australia?"
Oh boy.
Starts with a C,
Okay.
but I don't know how to pronounce
Is
it.
it Canberra?
Yep.
Canberra.
So that was a question. So that's why people are going to answer that. You're going to wonder, why in the world are they saying Canberra?
So if they get it wrong, do they still get the prize?
They still get it. Yeah. And if they had to Google it, they still get it because I had to Google it.
Okay.
Oh,
No?
this is so
Every time.
hilarious.
Is this the same guy? Oh, I always draw this guy's name.
But we have to read Fred Ferris. She drew Fred Ferris. He said he's the luckiest man alive. So we'll draw 3 other people. But Fred Ferris says, "Is this not a riot? Denise came home from Lisa's class and regaled me with tales of fun, great projects, new friends, and happy times." I know he's laughing his head off. "I stayed home, of course, washing the windows, tending the crops, scrubbing baseboards, and teaching the dog to write in cursive." The capital of Australia, I love this, is either Wallaby Darned or Kangaroo Lulu. Thanks for showing Denise such a great time. We love you, Fred. We love you. So now we're going to draw three winners. Watch you draw Denise.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean,
I drew
How did
Denise
she
last
know?
time.
Grace. And Grace, if I'm going to mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Chelia. Anyway, Chelliah. Canberra, capital of Australia. Looking forward to Gavin Gush. So Grace is one. Let's see who else we get.
ta-da.
Wanda Lawrence. What a fun giveaway. Thank you, Lisa. Most people would say Australia's capital is Sydney. However, that's incorrect. The capital of Australia is Canberra. So that is Wanda Lawrence.
Number 2.
Okay. One more.
Number 3.
Denise's got some laughing crying.
Oh.
Oh, there. I'll get another wide one.
Oh, Maureen McGuire Hunt, Canberra. Maureen was at the class. Hope to go there someday. This is a great giveaway. I was in this fabulous class with the talented and entertaining Lisa. Since I did much damage shopping, Lisa's stash of fabrics, notions, and kits. Please pull someone else if I win. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, we'll do that for you. So I'm telling you what, we pull people and don't give you the prize. This is Angie Eichard. I would love to win some fat quarters. And actually, these are quarter yard cuts. I love Lisa's accent. Canberra is the capital of Australia. All right. Well, there we go.
Here we got it.
Thank you very, very much. And thank you, Cheri. We're going to be after her to see some of her other projects. Like I want to see the painted blouse that she was talking about. I do want to see that. And we will definitely one day see the ginkgo. I hope.
Okay, I hope so.
I hope.
No pressure.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm putting a deadline on it. No. So thank you for joining us. So thank you so much. And we will see you next week.
Bye.